So the 10-day shred, what it is it's 10 days of T30, like for real. So I've done T30 a million times. I live T30, but I've never done all of the components of it. So I've never done like no eating after 6, or I still drink coffee sometimes, or I still drink alcohol. Yeah. So the 10-day shred is none of any of that stuff. So instead of, Mitra always says reduce caffeine, alcohol, and sugar, and the 10-day shred is none of it. It's none. So it's no wheat, no dairy, no alcohol, no caffeine, no processed foods, no like processed sugar. Fruit is fine. No eating after 6, and then exercise regularly and drink enough water. And
every day of the shred, something every day.
Yeah. And what we found is that people love 10 days. People are like, 10 days, I can do that. I know we say you can do anything for 30 days, but people are always like, well, I have a wedding coming up and I have someone's birthday at the end of the month, so they're like, all this issue about a whole month. And 10 days, they're like, I can totally do this.
It's just one weekend.
Yeah.
Because I know in your mind, you're like, ooh, Friday, Saturday, one weekend.
Yeah. So this is just a couple of some results, and what's crazy is in 10 days you can see some huge results in terms of what your body looks like. We definitely make people take before and after pictures because that's where you see a lot of the difference. For me, it was a change in energy. I have never had more mental clarity or more focus or more inspiration around life in general than I had when I was doing the 10-day shred. So here's another in 10 days. Pretty cool. Like 10 days. Look at her back. Awesome. And a third one. Yeah, like 10 days. 10 days. It's awesome. Got some muscle going. Okay. So when I started doing this, I just was kind of experimenting. I didn't really know how people were gonna feel about, doing 10 days but buying all the products for 4 months. I was really confused about that. So when I started it, I was giving 10 days worth of the shake for 2 a day. And it's like $30 or $40, so it's a little bit of a risk, but I thought I'd just give it a try. And I gave it out to 5 people, and every single person ended up ordering T120, and they got a rep out of it who's here. And so it's a worthy investment. It is a little bit of a risk, but it is a worthy investment if you do take it on.
Okay, so I'll take over this one. So what was really been working for me, a lot of people, here, you want to hold that? A lot of people were questioning how to transition from doing the 10-day shred into a T120. Obviously, it's our products come in a 4-month supply. That's easy, everyone. Our products come in a 4-month supply. But what really works for me is getting to the reason why they were doing a 10-day shred. We assume that they want weight loss or they want more energy, but what I was finding is a lot of people are doing it for different reasons. I had a gal that wanted to have her cholesterol lowered. And really, in order to do that, you have to commit to 4 months. And it's been working. Almost every person that I've had do a 10-day shred, which is a lot, have ordered a T120 or at least a T30. So really finding out why it is that they want to do the shred, and it also gets you to create have an emotional impact and just have a conversation. You're going to be talking to them a lot. Customer care is extremely important during the 10 days. So finding out a little bit more about what they want out of the 10 days and why they're doing it in the first place. So that's really been working well for me. Anything to add?
So with T30 and T120 for the last couple of years, I've really struggled a lot with customer care and customer retention. Even though people love it, it's we were the example of the bathtub. We were losing as many customers as we were bringing on, and I was like, how the heck do we stop this? And we've solved it with the 10-day shred because of the amount of customer care that we ended up having to do. Because in 10 days, if you're not on top of that person, making sure that they're sticking to it, they're not gonna have results. It's too quick for you to not be on top of them. So what we do is when they order their products or before they get their products, they watch Dr. Mitra's 23-minute video. They're already committed, we get them to do that. They take their before pictures. We add them to a Facebook group that we have for the 10-day shred where they can see a bunch of before and after pictures. We post regularly. And then we check in with them 3 times a day for the first 5 days. And then after that, it's twice a day for the next 5 days. And what that does is it really has you get to know your customer. It's a lot of big changes for them to take on. And so when you're in their ear all day long, the compliance is a lot higher. And the same thing is with T30. And so it's the same thing with T30. Like, even though for us, we're like, yeah, T30, no brainer, it's easy. So we get someone on as a customer, we check in with them once a day, we're like, they got it. They don't have it. They don't got it, right? You have, like, doing no wheat, no dairy is a big deal for a lot of people. So even for a T120 customer or T30 customer, checking in with them 3 times a day is a really good idea for the first several days.
I was going to say too, another thing that I do is really share when you have a weak moment, because in their mind you are just an awesome person. You've done 10-day shred and you're an example, yes, but it lets them be vulnerable, and it creates that sort of good relationship. So if I have a weak moment, I will send a message to my shredders and be like, had some wine, whoops. Strong tomorrow, but then they really realize that you're doing it together, you're a team.
Yeah.
Not just, do this for 10 days and do everything I say, even though you're going to do that too.
In my first round of the 10-day shred, it was all existing customers and reps. And what happened is I had a bunch of customers who had tons of product or had maybe fallen off the product, or reps who weren't engaging at all. And I brought like 30 people all in to do this first shred, and it got people re-engaged in the program and engaged in their business, because this was so exciting. So if you're like nervous about how to talk to new people about it, try it with yourself and your team first, and then you can see kind of the excitement that comes with it. You want to talk about the Facebook?
Yeah, so what we do is we created a secret Facebook page, and we team up with people. So we'll have two reps do the posting. So we post every single day, morning and night. We ask for people to share their experience and their story. Sometimes I even call out people, which I think in the moment they probably don't love, but after they do. We do daily text. We have them post their pictures inside our secret Facebook group. And some people don't want to do that. That's totally fine, but they do need to take a before and after picture. I've had people just send it to me personally. It creates that accountability.
You talked about that already.
Yep, I talked about that already.
So these are some examples of posts that we put in there, just like an inspirational stuff.
Duly free. That one works.
Yeah, people like that one. Mocktails, do it for the after photo.
People share their stories and experience. Like I shredded during Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? But I did it, and I posted my mocktails, and it, patted myself on the back for that one.
Yeah. So we talked about these are we share 2 videos. So before they start, they watch Mitra's longer video, and then halfway through, I send Bridging the Gap, so they get some more. Especially for when I was just getting people on the shake, I really wanted them to get education about the capsules, so that when they decided to order once their 10 days were up, they were bought into the capsules already, and this worked really, really well.
I did too. I did mention this. Something that's worked is I will gift somebody 1 bag of shake for signing up today. Like if you order your capsules today, I'll gift you a bag of shake. Usually it lasts about a week, and the shred is 10 days, so they're going to have to order shake anyway. But it's a little bit more of like a gift. Like join today and you get a free bag of shake.
Do you want to talk about messaging for it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So messaging for it is very, very similar to Transform 30 or T120, but we just base it off of the 10-day shred. So we make a post saying, hey, I'm doing the 10-day shred, would love some people to join me, and we get the same kind of response as we would with T30 or T120. And then we kind of have a script going, as bad as that sounds, no. So
it's just organized.
Yeah. So you can mass message very quickly with the 10-day shred, because that's a short little message right there. People will automatically be like, tell me more. And from there, we send out just a little blurb like, hey, this is a jump start to a T30 or T120 program. If you want more information, let me know. Keep it very basic. And then if they want more information after that, we kind of go into the full aspect of what you're going to get into.
Yeah. So it lists out like all the things. And then results, we love it. So our Facebook page has grown super, super fast. People can talk about the 10-day shred so easy that we brought on a lot of reps this way. And we've had more people order T120 and bars and gummies and whatever just through the 10-day shred. It's been a total game changer for our business. And I mentioned this, I actually want to have these 2 talk about what's happened for them in their business in the last month. So we started doing the 10-day shred in February, beginning of February basically. And I wanted them to talk about what's happened for them.
Yeah, so I was an SSC, not a very powerful SSC, and February, was that the month? Yeah. So we started the shred February 1st and got tons of people to do it with me on my first one. Built customers back that had fallen off a year and a half ago that I didn't follow up with, and now I did about the 10-day shred, and they're customers again. So I grew my business to a QNMD last month, and with that though, I ended January at about 12,000 and finished at 23,000 in a month. 30 days, not even 30 days. The short month.
Shortest month of the year.
So yeah, so it exploded my business, and a lot of it has to do with the 10-day shred.
So I was a DSC, barely qualified. Was not doing. The 10-day shred, honestly, for me, lit my fire. I connected with this more than I connected with Transform 30, more than I connected with T120. I went from barely an SC to an SSC in 1 month. More than doubled my volume. I think I ended at 12,000 something, and I started at 1. So it will explode your business. I'm working towards Q this month, and it's gonna happen. I'm so excited about that, but yeah, so it works. It works.
Yeah.
It's works.
So that's it. Just short and sweet. And the thing to do is just do the 10-day shred yourself, and then get some of your team and existing customers to do it with you. Make a Facebook page, and you just gotta go for it.